You may ask yourself, how can I sing high notes with comfort, with control? How do I not get tight when I sing them? How do I sing them at all? Here are my 5 steps to great high notes. I am Oleg Loza, and this is Singing for Life. Before we proceed to the actual steps, there is step 0, and that is we need to make sure that we sing well in the middle part of our voice, the middle and the bottom part. High notes are not significantly different from all the other notes that we normally sing. It's just a slightly amplified sound. There are some tricks, but it's still the same singing. The approach is more or less the same. If you don't know how to sound well, if you struggle with sustaining the note, with how to support it and how to sing in general, subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos on how to sing with power in a healthy way. Let's proceed to step number 1, the siren. Imagine you are a police car or a fire engine. You go from the bottom of your voice to the very top as high as you can go, keeping the sound connected. What I mean is there should be no clicks, there should be no cracks in the voice when you do this. Here's how it sounds. It's like a circle. You go up to the note and you slide down, and you go up to the note and you slide down. When I do that, it's a continuous slide. You don't hear any steps in it. There's no cracks. Everything is connected. And that's what we have to maintain if we want to achieve great high notes. Step number 2, the cry. When I say the cry, I don't mean we're shedding tears because we're so upset. What I mean is, imagine you have a friend in a far, far away village, and you cry to that friend, hey! But you don't do this in a short way. You do this in a very long, sustained way, and you do this on a specific note that you choose. Hey! It can be a different note. Hey! Make sure that you stay in the note and you keep the controlled sound. If you're a classical singer, and in classical singing, male voices, we cover the sound. It doesn't sound so open. So like, hey! It's kind of slightly covered. Keep the note. Don't go up or down. Just keep the same note. Sustain it for as long as you can. And make sure that you don't have any unnecessary vibrations here. Because what often happens, some people have the tremolo in their voice, and the tremolo doesn't sound right. It's like a Minions from Despicable Me. Hey! The voice should be supported. And the tremolo begins when the voice is not connected to the breath support. And so, in order to avoid that tremolo, what we do is just we sustain a very straight, very long note, and we project it very far to the nearby village. Step number 3, the ghost. Imagine you have a group of children in front of you, and you pretend to scare them. You want to make them laugh. And so you pretend that you want to scare them, and you pretend to be a ghost that is chasing the children, and you're going, ooh, I'm gonna catch you, ooh. And what you do, you add some wobble to it. Ooh, 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 like you're in a Haunted Mansion by Disney. It should be a noticeable wobble. What you want to avoid here is a yodel. So it shouldn't be, it shouldn't crack. It shouldn't go from your natural voice to the falsetto. It should still be your middle range sound with a wobble. Step number 4, combine. Combine the previous steps. You slide to the note like we did in the siren. You project it very far like we did in the cry. You keep the wobble like we did in the ghost. And you hold it for a very long time. And it shouldn't turn into tremolo, and it shouldn't turn into yodel. Once you master that, you proceed to step number 5, and that is condense. You still feel the slide up to the note, but you condense it. You make it very quick and very snappy. Hey! Instead of a long slide up, you do it very shortly. But keep the amplitude. Up! Ahoy! You keep the note, you keep the cry and project it very far like we did in the second step. And the wobble that you had before, you condense it, you compress it very much. Ahoy! Hey! So instead of wobbling around the note, it stays within the note. So you condense it so much that it kind of fits into that note that you have to take. Like squeezes, it doesn't even squeeze, it kind of spins it into the note. Hey! Hoi! Hi! At the end of the note, keep the feeling of the slide. Hoi! But you cut it off. Hoi! But imagine it. You still feel that you slide down after the note. That way you will avoid the tension. The release of the note is still there. The feeling of the circular feeling is still there. When you do that, your high notes will not give you any discomfort. You'll take them and then you can move on to the other notes in the song. One thing is make sure that you don't sing too many high notes. Keep it short. 10-15 minutes is more than enough. Don't sing too much. You can really damage your voice. Only sing as high as you can go, keeping all the same ideas in mind. So it shouldn't be disconnected. It shouldn't crack. It shouldn't change the sound of your voice dramatically. If you do that, you will always have great control of your high notes. You'll always sing them with comfort. You will never get tight or overly tired when you sing them. And most importantly, you will keep your voice fresh and sing well for the rest of your life. See you next time.